What's up out there? Welcome back to Melvor Adventure Mode. We are on episode 51, and it's only 51 because we died last week. Died at basically the very last hit of the Impending Darkness event, which really sucked. Did not see that one coming, and I should have. I should have been manually healing through the whole thing. Don't know what I was thinking, but I did not do that one thing. And I don't know if you noticed it in the video, I tried showing the two bars side by side, and yeah, the attack that he was doing is what killed me, for sure. But the thing that I noticed about it is that the hit points that it was going to do is exactly what I had left. There was nothing left. So as soon as that hit that, I was done. And if I'd have healed right there, we'd have been having a whole different video. That would have been the winner, and we wouldn't be here today. But I now have gone back and beaten this, and at some point in this video I'm going to go ahead and play that over so you can see the combat and just see how that went. It was ranged combat. I couldn't remember earlier. I was trying to do this, and then I saw that my prayers were still up, and one of them is ranged, so it was definitely a ranged fight against Bane. So this account is basically going to be done for a while. I don't know if I'm going to bring this out of retirement, but I'm going to retire adventure mode. I am going to run astrology for the time being. I think one of my strategies, if I do pull this back out for the expansion that's coming later in the year, I want to make sure and have 5s in all these different rows. And the thinking is, I'm pretty sure when the developers were talking about coming out with the expansion, they said that they were going to let you refund whatever points you had in here and select whatever modifiers you wanted. So if that is the case, then I want to have 5, 10, 15. I don't want 5, 3, 3. So I'm not going to worry about what the 5 is in so much as just getting a 5 in each one of these rows. I think that's how that's going to work. And I think that's the way to run it. So that's what I'm going to do for this and my standard account both. I don't know that I'll do that for hardcore, because hardcore's doing the masteries, and I don't know that I'll get the masteries done, but totally different topic. This account was actually created on July 6th of 2021, and that's when I created the first video. When I actually created the account and learned what adventure mode was and what it meant, I actually kind of watched a little bit of that video and kind of laughed at it because I didn't have any clue what I was getting into. I actually started the whole thing brand new, and it was a brand new series, and that was 319 days ago. If I go into statistics and general, it says this is only 192 days, which I believe was the patch that introduced a lot of these statistics. So it's going to be off. Any new characters that I create after that would be fine, but all my characters were created before that. So not really many good stats on this. Kind of interesting to see that I've died 6 times. Definitely died a few times, that's for sure. I have 100% monster completion, and it says I fought Bane 4 times, the final boss. So I must have ran from him a few times and then ended up beating him. So ran from him. Well, I died once. I'm pretty sure I ran from him once, but maybe I ran from him a couple times. I know I died to him once and I beat him once. So there's 2 out of the 4. This thing I says I fought the regular Bane 10 times, which feels like it should be a lot more. You know what I mean? Like I've gone through it twice. I guess that's right. But I feel like I fought those more. I guess I didn't run from them as much. But at any rate, this is a completed. We're done. We've beaten everything out of here. And that is that. I have the Impending Darkness book. Unfortunately, I sneezed in the video I was creating earlier. I had this all glowy and shiny and brand new, and I hadn't clicked on it and locked it yet, and then I sneezed and ruined the video and had to start over. So don't get to see it shiny. I did save the all these ones that are tabbed over. These are the modifiers that I kept on Impending Darkness, and I want to do a little Impending Darkness guide, and I want to go over what my thoughts on which ones to use and which ones to skip. I will say that this one here, this 50% chance to apply burn and frostburn, that one really sucks. Don't take that. The wiki's order is much different than this. I actually moved some things around, especially this 100% chance to ignore stuns. This is for the enemies. And the problem is you're going to fight in 4 areas, and there's at least 5 creatures in each area. So there's like 20 creatures, maybe 25 for every phase of this, and there's 5 phases. So, you're talking 125 creatures that you could stun. If you ignore this, that's 125 you can't stun. I guess the reasoning for this is for the Bane fight itself, because he's totally immune to stun, which is fine, but there's 100 some other creatures that can be stunned the entire time, and you can take advantage of that. So this is like a total no. And this is the first one they tell you to take. Healing 4% of the hit points every couple turns. Yeah, that sucks. Don't ever do that. Slayer area effects 5 times stronger. These are like total no. 15% chance to apply affliction. Yeah, that's bad. Max hit, lower attack interval. None of these are good. This 50% chance to apply burn. It just got really annoying. The ones that I got was all of the stuff that basically added to the maximum hit a little bit, or hit points or whatever. Maybe helped. I don't know. This one took a little bit of hit points away. This one took a little bit of max hit away. So some of these kind of worked against each other a little bit. But as the fight goes on, you want to heal more, manually heal more, or as the phases go on. But these are the ones that I ended up with. I did not take this 15% damage reduction. I think I would probably put this one down here, but I didn't use it, so I don't know. These 5 that I got, I don't want to say I liked them, but they weren't the worst. You know what I mean? Like, these all down here really suck, and these you don't want to have. So out of all the ones you don't want to have, these are like the least worst. So I don't know. This is what I ended up with. 20% plus 20% maximum hit and minus 10 maximum hit points. 20% max hit and plus 20 accuracy rating. Plus 20,000 maximum hit points and minus 10 maximum, minus 10% maximum hit. 50% chance to apply poison when hitting with an attack, and 10% max hit points. Now, this poison does not affect you as much as the burning does. The burning is pretty constant. The poison ticks every so often. It's not as quickly. It's not as quick. And the problem with this applied burn is it ticks by so quickly. If you're trying to manually heal, you reset your attack. Well, instead of resetting your attack once, if the thing does damage to you, you reset, and then it resets your, you heal up and it resets your attack interval. Well, the problem is if you're on fire, it continually resets. So you basically don't attack for maybe 2 whole attack instead of just 1 attack plus a little bit of extra time. So you really lose a lot, and the fights just drug on. I ended up running away from that one and coming back. It sucked. Did not like that at all. But yeah, these are the ones that I ended up with. And then this 100% chance to ignore slow effects and a minus 5% attack interval. So I don't think this one is, I don't think that one's bad at all. But I think I would take it more over this damage reduction, because the damage reduction means that they're going to take less damage, whereas I don't think I was ever going to worry about slowing them down. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was the right call or not, but those are the 5 that I ended up with. All the ones that are indented over, and then the rest of these I just skipped. These were on my absolute no list. That's why they're down on that bottom there. And I was hoping I didn't get like 3 of these, because that would really suck. So then I have to pick one that I didn't like. But yeah, that's about it. This account is done. I'm going to either completely retire this one off. I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to completely retire it, or I'm going to retire until expansion 1 comes out. And like I think I said earlier, I'm going to go ahead through this astrology thing and try to get 5s in all these different rows. So that's kind of how we're going to go forward with it. I might do like a hardcore combat only or something, but for now, I think I want to focus in on just the hardcore mode, let this and my standard account kind of work on astrology in the background, and that's going to be that for a little while. So I hope you've enjoyed this video series, and I hope you've enjoyed adventure mode. I've had a blast playing this. I've really enjoyed it myself. So without dragging this on too much, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching it all, and we will catch you on whatever comes next. Take care.